Hi crafters! I am so excited because I have finally finished an album I've been making for Myra, who's scrapping with Myra. Hi Myra. I've been working on this off and on for a long time. We did a swap that we started way back in, well, it was the winter, February I think. And Myra sent me her beautiful album. And I started this at the time, but I had some mojo issues with it. It wasn't turning out the way I wanted, and anyway, I left it for quite a while and came back to it and used some different papers that really got me going again. So here it is finally. So it was originally going to be a grungy album, and it is very, very grungy. I hope it's not too grungy for you, Myra. I took an opportunity to really experiment with a few things, and I hope you don't mind. If you don't like it, I'll make you something different. I won't take as long, I promise. So I will walk you through it. I used one of those chipboard albums you can buy. I just used one for the front and one for the back cover, and the inside has different boards in it. I covered it. There's quite a few different lines of paper I've used. This one is from the Cowboy Collection. I think it's called Cowboy Collection. It's that really beautiful blue and cream papers, which I think is Recollections. And I've got a silver foil doily tucked in behind here, and a bit of black brocade lacy trim. And then you can't really see it very well in here, but there is a this is old wrapping paper that I have, and it's a craft paper with a black flourish pattern all over it. So I've bound it. I originally was going to do rings, but it's too chunky for the rings that I have. So I've gone with some metallic silver, or metallic copper and black braided string that I have. And here I've attached, this is one of the charms that I bought. This was all on it. Really cute charm. I can't remember the name, of course. I never remember the names. But I bought it at Michael's, and it has this cute charms already on it. There's a feather and a star. I did add this bead because it really worked with the colors. There's a lot of copper and craft throughout this album, and then I've added some little touches of a sort of turquoisey, tealy blue color throughout. So that's just clipped on with a Tim Holtz pin. This is a flower I've made from the sewing pattern tissue papers, and I did make a glimmer mist and spray it, but it's not too glimmery. Just a brass brad in the middle. Really, I think those are really fun, and I wanted kind of a rustic, you know, rough grungy kind of a thing, so that I think was fitting what I wanted. I have added blotches of metallic copper paint sort of everywhere, so you'll see bits of that. And in behind here is a wooden veneer curly Q that I've painted metallic copper, and I've got metallic silver and copper bits of mesh that I've sort of cut into leafy patterns in behind here. And this is a flower made out of the silver mesh with a copper and gold brocade ribbon that I've made petals up here. And then this is a metal flower that I bought. It's part of a bracelet, or you know, you can buy the bead landing jewelry to make a bracelet, but I've just used it as a flower here. There's a little greeny turquoise metallic glass gem tucked under there. This is a mirror that you can get at, I think I got it at a dollar store. It's little, a mirror you can add to, I don't know what you add it to your something for your car. And I did stamp on it and use embossing powder to get like some copper blotches of metallic copper here, and there's a little flourish. I don't know the glare if you can see that. I was really happy with that, the way that came out. I thought it was kind of cool. I've got some black ribbon rosettes in there and here, and this is a metal keyhole, and I have it up on, I've just made a little out of cardboard, a little stand for it, and it's one of these metallic keys, and that is holding the book together, and it just pops up. And then this is a string of beads and chain that I got, and I just added this bead to the end here, so that's the closure. And the insides, I did really want a rustic look, so I went, some of the pages are made from cardboard, like the rough corrugated cardboard, and that's what that is. And I've used these arrows and lines you see are all from the pattern dressmaker tissue that I've Mod Podged on. And just kept that natural cardboard look coming through. The pages are sprayed with a metallic copper glimmer mist that I made, so they do have a bit of a sheen to them. The pages that I've done like that. This paper is from, I think it's a My Mind's Eye collection. And again, it's heavily inked and sprayed with glimmer mist. There's another flower I've made with this metallic mesh. That's just from the dollar store, that mesh. And I've added a glass bead and some bronze metallic glitter. And this is a large, it's like a chipboard flourish that I painted metallic copper. And there's some tags, just a black pattern on the back. Most of the tags and little pages on the inside, I've also used papers from this collection, Momenta, and it's really cool papers. There's a lot of, it's sort of steampunky, botanically, and it's browns and blacks and touches of turquoise, which was perfect for my album. And I found this at Walmart. Love this pack. Love it, love it, love it. So that's what that is. And this is, I've stamped with my copper embossing powder, that flourish. And this one is copper and black embossing powder. And just the black pattern again in the back. This is from that stack I just showed you. Okay, I've got just one of the metal clips here, and I've just blotched on some copper paint and added a little lace. This is just metallic embossing powder with some stamps. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of all the stamps. But I've just made a little fold out matte album for photos or whatever Myra wants to add. This is that wrapping paper I was showing you on the cover. So it's got this really neat antique-y flourish. And there's the back. And so I got some glare, guys. It's really dark because we're going to get a thunderstorm, and so I've got a lamp on. It's not ideal. What I've done throughout all the papers in this is I've used the distress ink, the peacock feathers, and tea dye, and that is throughout, plus a lot of my glimmer mist that I made, and that I made following some tutorials on YouTube. And I used the Pearl X mica powders, and the ones I tried, I used water, and I also had a metallic copper paint I used a little bit, and I mixed it all together. And I was pretty happy with the way it turned out. I've tried one since using alcohol instead of water, and I think I'm happier with the way that works out, just for me. But there's really good tutorials and recipes on YouTube, so try it out, guys. So this is another stamp. This is a Tim Holtz wing stamp, and I let it be really rusty. I over cooked it on purpose with the heat gun, and it bubbled up and blended with some of the metallic copper sprays I have on there, so that was kind of cool. And there's a little flourish here from another stamp. I really like the way this turned out with the pattern paper underneath, the tissue paper. Again, Myra, I really hope you like it. It's not too rustic for you. Okay, next page. I've got a little feather, a little veneer feather, and that's from, I got that from some winnings from Nature Girl. Hello, thank you so much. And I've just painted it copper. And this is metallic foil from that doily I showed you from the front cover. Just made a little tag and just stamped on the back. Get myself organized here. Okay, this is another fold out, and this is copper embossing powder, and I have a roller with these dots on it, so I just rustically put on the embossing ink and roll it so it doesn't all come out evenly, so that it's got that rough look. So turquoise on the inside, papers from that collection I showed you, and then the back has a different stamp. And there's some copper embossed writing on there, and that flourish stamp again. That repeats a lot in the album. And I ripped off paper here to show that corrugated cardboard. And there's quite a bit of glimmer mist on there, which I don't think is, maybe it's showing a little. I had papers all over the kitchen counter, like sopping wet with this glimmer mist. It was quite a scene. There's another little tag, just with a little copper glitter bling on there, and just a stamp on the back. I think that's another Tim Holtz stamp. And I am covered with ink and glue. Sorry guys, I've been finishing this off. There's another photo mat. This stamp is it's like that material, that stripe, like they call it ticking, I think, blanket stripe. I don't know, but it's a stamp I found on sale at Michael's a few months ago, and I really love it. And I just, again, kept it rough. It's not this rough. I took away parts of it so that it would have that rough, rustic look. In the back, I've just got a black doily. These are from Michael's, and they're kind of a shimmery black. It's really cool, and I've used that technique with the dots and the embossing, heat embossing again. This is from some music papers I have, and these are really old. They're like from 1932 or something, and I've just Mod Podged it on and used some different stamps to emboss. And inside there's a pocket, and this is just again the technique with the tissues from the pattern paper, pattern tissues, and I've done stamping with black ink over top of that. And I've done this rustic corded punch to tie it together. It is a little stiff to open, but it just needs a little bit of use, I think. Just some different papers, different stamps, different papers again. Really, really grunged it up. And the paper, when you do this Mod Podge and you finish it with inks, and it really gets a cool leathery look. It's very neat. Okay, Next page. So I've made sort of a ribbon here with, it's black ribbon, Grungy ribbon, and I've got blotches of copper paint on it, and some black rosettes, and this is a really cool large gemstone. It's kind of a deep copper or garnet color with the gold around the faceted edges, and I've got the polka dots again and the copper embossing, and a different wing stamp there. And I've done a few paper or clothes pegs just to match, and they're sort of throughout. And Myra, you can do whatever you want with those. Keep them in the book or use them in other projects if you want. And for this page, I've just done a belly band out of a silver metallic elastic ribbon, and this little metallic piece says joy. And this is a large flourish stamp, and I've just done clear heat embossing on it to give it that look. And I tore away again at the pages just to give it that look. And then in the belly band, I've got a few different, this photo mat, just with that paper line from the collection I showed you again. That stamp is there again, just with clear embossing powder again. And the back, so you can put lots of photos in there. And this is just a little envelope that I've stamped, and it's just got a tag inside for journaling or for a little photo. And there's another stamp of that wing that repeats quite a bit as well throughout. Here's some flourishes that I've made to look like wings. I've added a little lace trim, and this is from a trim I received from Liz, who's Tin Lizzie 444. Hi Liz, thank you. And this is a little glassine square envelope with a little tag inside. Okay. So this pocket is one of those black doilies that I've just folded to make a pocket, and this is a little silver, metallic silver sticker. It's got a neat flourish on it. And this is the other side of the belly band. And again, there's just some photo mats and places for journaling. That's some heat embossing on the paper, and that's cut out from that silver doily that I found. And there's another glassine envelope that I've just stamped with black stays-on ink with the script and more lace. And it just has a tag inside, and it's just stamped. And that old wrapping paper again. And another little tag. And on this side, I have another paper clip or clothes peg, and just some little tags that I've done with the clear embossing powder or clear embossing stamped that I heat set. I didn't use the powder on it, but it gave it a really cool effect. And that flourish again. And the backs, I just have the coordinating turquoise papers. And here I've just made I've got a wood veneer flower that I put the copper embossing powder on, inked it up a lot with black stays-on ink, and then I've added gears and clock hands to make kind of a neat steampunky sort of flower. And really love this paper, and I've got the copper embossing done with this diamond pattern stamp I have. And there's another pocket in here. Get that open. So it's again just stamped like the other one, different different stamps and pattern papers. It's really grungy, so if you don't like grungy, this won't be your thing. I really like the grungy look, but I hope you like it, Myra. Okay, and then the last couple of pages, I've got just a little tag here. Sorry guys, my memory card was full. I had to stop, so I'm just gonna finish off quickly. So this is one of those Tim Holtz bingo wood pieces, and I've got a little gear in behind there, and again another photo mat. This one folds out. Just got that flourish again inside with the embossing powder, and it's the pattern paper on the back, and just more embossing and that dressmaker pattern in behind again. And the back cover, I have another one of the flowers made from the pattern paper, and I've added one of the Recollections large blings in as a center, and this is that bling on a roll you can get that's Recollections. Very pretty. And these tags, I've just added some black lace, and it has foil embossing that pattern again as well, and just pattern paper on the back. And I think this one is just the same. Yep. And then the back is just plain with this pattern paper, grunged up. I really like this paper. It's sort of gothic Victorian grunge. And that's it. That's my album. Myra, I really hope you like the album. Thanks guys for watching. I know this was a really long video. I really appreciate any comments you have. And thanks again for sticking it out. Bye guys.